Hello students, welcome to my class. In last class we have seen some types of the asexual reproduction methods. Now we will see in detail about the asexual reproduction methods in plants and also animals. Okay, so the first one is fission. Fission means nothing but the division. If an organism divides into two equal parts, then it is called the binary fission. Otherwise, if it is divided into many individuals, it is called multiple fission. But here regarding binary fission only, I have given many examples like amoeba, bacterium, euglena and also paramecium. Amoeba shows the irregular binary fission and euglena longitudinally and paramecium transverse binary fission. So thus mostly the organisms like euglena and paramecium, they show the symmetrical binary fission. And coming to the second type of asexual reproduction method, so budding. So budding generally it shows in organisms like yeast. Okay, so this is the parental cell, and a bud generates on the surface of the yeast, and the nucleus is divided by the mitosis, and once the nucleus and cytoplasm is reached into the bud, it detaches from the mother cell and it grows as an individual yeast cell. And also you know that you have studied about the budding of the hydra in lower classes. So thus budding is also one type of the asexual reproduction method. Okay, next coming to the third one, fragmentation. So especially you see this type of reproduction in molds and also Spirogyra like algae. Means in fungus and algae you find the fragmentation. It is very simple when the fragments, otherwise when the filaments are broken into small pieces, each piece will develop into a complete mold, otherwise complete algae. So thus fragmentation is nothing but the making into fragments, and development of each fragment into a complete organism is called fragmentation. So another type of asexual reproduction method is parthenogenesis. So you can see parthenogenesis in plants and also animals. So in some plants like watermelon, so generally you know that ovary after the fertilization it becomes into fruit by forming seeds. But in some plants, due to the hormonal actions, the ovary directly becomes fruit without any seeds. So such type of formation of the fruits without seeds is called parthenocarpy. And coming to the animals, parthenogenesis. So here I have taken the honeybees. So in honeybees, the male and female are there. So male it contains 16 chromosomes, female it contains 32 chromosomes. You know that during the formation of the gametes they show the meiosis, but here it shows the mitosis. So that's why always they produce the male gametes, sperm cells with 16 chromosomes, but due to the meiosis it produces only mother cell contain the 32 chromosomes and the gametes contain 16 chromosomes only. So here the sperm cell, when it is fused with the egg, it directly develop into the fertilized egg. So the fertilized eggs develop into the female, and the unfertilized egg, not the sperm, the unfertilized egg, it develops into the male. So the development of the male from unfertilized egg is called parthenogenesis. So you can find this type of parthenogenesis in honeybees and also wasp-like insects. So this process is also, parthenogenesis is also one type of asexual reproduction, because from the unfertilized egg the male, otherwise the fruits are developed. So now coming to the another one, regeneration. Here example is planaria. You see when the planaria is cut into two pieces by any circumstances, so this is the anterior and posterior. You are finding here the anterior portion, this one, it is developing the new portion, posterior portion, and this posterior portion is developing the anterior portion. So it is nothing but the when the it looks like similar to the fragmentation. In fragmentation, so when the fragments are cut into different pieces, each piece will develop into complete mold. Here also the same thing, but the small difference is the part which is lost by the organism is again regenerated. So that is the difference you can understand between the regeneration and also fragmentation. And sporulation, so formation of the spores. So you can find this type of reproduction in mold again. So bread mold, rhizopus what we say. So here many number of filaments are present. So the terminal part of the filaments, some of the filaments they contain a bag or sac-like structure which is called sporangium. Inside the sporangium, spores are developed. When sporangium is broken in the favorable conditions, especially wet moist conditions, so it releases the spores, and these spores, when they are scattered on the surface of the different food materials, again they are developed into the new filaments, nothing but the new fungus. Next, sporophyll. Phyll means leaf. So if a leaf contains the sporangium, the cluster of this sporangium, so the cluster of the sporangium is called sorus. Especially it is present on the leaves of the fern. Okay, so once again, sporophyll is nothing but the leaf which contains the sporangia in the cluster. So when the sporangium is broken, similarly like spores, here also they are scattered and they develop into a new plant like fern. So not only these, another vegetative propagation methods are there. So another method, this is it is going to be very important method. So vegetative propagation methods we will discuss in the next class. That is also, they are the major types of the asexual reproduction methods present in the plants. So anyway students, now once again you can see some types of the asexual reproduction methods: fission, division, budding and fragmentation, and coming to the parthenogenesis and regeneration, sporulation, sporophyll. So next we will see the vegetative propagation methods. Means asexual reproduction is not completed. Again we are going to discuss about some more methods, vegetative propagation methods. So we see in the next class. Thank you students for watching this video. Please subscribe my channel.